Hello everyone, I'm Monocle Man here and welcome back to another video, and today we are in the snapshot, and the reason for that is because, well, we've got a very nice new feature in the game. It's a little bit laggy, but that is right, we have skulk sensors. And so today we're going to be experimenting with skulk sensors and seeing what you can do, and I might actually experiment with other features of the snapshot as well as these skulk sensors, but I think I'm mostly going to be using skulk sensors because they're awesome. Like that's pretty awesome. So yeah, stay tuned. And one thing worth noting about the skulk sensors is that, well, I know you might think that this will work, but actually it won't. And as you can see, the skulk sensors did pick up my movement, except these torches didn't get powered, and I know you wouldn't think so. You'd think that it would power every block next to it, and I'm not sure if we can see here, but no, it doesn't power the block. We actually have to have it running directly out of the actual skulk sensor in order for it to give an update. As you can see, that gave an update, but it doesn't power the block. Okay, so I found out how to make a simple door. It turns out that, like, pretty much the whole thing has to be made of wool in order for it to work. And you see, yeah, it works. As you can see, it's not a clock anymore. Maybe you could, but like wool, do you really want wool there? I guess it could work if you do that. Yes, that works. That is awesome, that is awesome. Okay, so, basically, this is like a normal piston door, except, well, quite obviously, you don't have to use pressure plates. I mean, look at that. I mean, if that's not neat, I don't know what is. Okay, so, it turns out that this skulk sensor display also works, or design also works with a 3x3 piston door, and if you can see, when we stand on this block over here, if we just have it under, and then we can walk through the 3x3 piston door comfortably before it closes up behind us. If you want to learn how to build this 3x3 piston door, I have made a video on that, so yeah, you can check that out. It's on my YouTube channel. I'll also put a link to it down in the description. And so the way this works is basically, I'm not that familiar with these skulk sensors, so I've just coated the whole place in wool and just hoped that it worked, and it does work. As you can see, is when you stand on the block, it opens up, and you'll obviously have to have another one for the other side. But you will have to have it attached to this redstone torch, because that's what's actually keeping it on. And so this is all you have to do to make this work is you take a skulk sensor. I might actually do it a fair way away, say down here in this swamp. I take a skulk sensor, I put it over here, and then I pretty much attach it to a pulse extender like this. Like this. And then basically what happens is afterwards it just works like a regular pulse extender. And the good thing about it being attached to a pulse extender is because, even if it receives another update while it is going, it doesn't make it go a second time. It doesn't make it fire a second time. If you see over here, when you're going over here, it will fire when you walk forward, but then it will fire again, say when you walk forward again. But then say it fires again, you see how it fires again? So if there was, say, a pulse extender up here, then it wouldn't do that. Well, that's just lovely. So it's the next day, and Mumbo's uploaded a video, and it covers everything that I've said and more. But regardless of that, there's still something that I haven't done yet, and that is building a trap. So the concept of this is that, so basically we have the skulk sensor over here, which is going to be activating this machine, which will then drop the TNT down and destroy it. Or, however, we're not going to put the skulk sensor in just yet, so that we can place the blocks, and then we'll switch to spectator mode, game mode, spectator, game mode, creative. now we're in creative mode. We put the skull sensor down. Game mode. Spectator, so we don't make any sound. We go a fair way away. Over here I might drop into survival mode now. Game mode. Survival. Now what we're going to do, we're going to see if this works. Yeah, it's not the best landmine in the world. I think I can do better than that. barely took a heart of damage. Ow, I actually took more damage falling. I took more damage falling than I did. I took more fall damage than I did from the explosion. That's no good. I've got to fix that. One thing I did find with the with this is that to make it easier, if you put, say, another feature from this game, the dripstones, pointed dripstones, and you drop it from nearly one block, it still explodes. So that's going to be quite useful, because then now we don't have to make a, what, how deep was that? That was quite deep. A 4-block deep trench while we're building this, so that should come in handy. So I think that all we need to do is just like a, say, we wouldn't even need such a big area. We'll just do 4x4 again. Do 4x4, dig 3 down. This should work. Now I'm just guessing here. I have little to no experience in this, but then again, there's barely anyone else who does. Now I know this won't be too particularly fast, so this is going to be the grass level. Might want to have my skulk sensor, say, round the middle, leading into a block with some redstone dust on top of it. That's going to have some. Gonna need a target block for this. I'm gonna remove that just for now. Gonna put a redstone torch on his face. I'm just going to do the same thing as I did before, except this time I'm going to have a pointed dripstone underneath it. We're going to surround this piston in. We're actually gonna put the piston over here. That if I just surround this in wool, that should work. And if we have a pointed dripstone there with a rail here, that should work. I'm going to cover this up. Okay, I'm going to do the same process I did before, covering it up with grass. We could fill in there, but I'm not going to. Game mode, spectator, let's go in here and place in the, it's a bit tighter this area. Game mode creative, sculpt sensor in, game mode, spectator. Going to switch to game mode survival now to test how much damage it does. Game mode survival. Let's go over here, just taking a nice roll. That took considerably more damage, but still, that wasn't very much. Maybe if we have more TNT minecarts? I don't know, I'll leave that up to you. You guys can design something better. I'm currently a bit bored of this task anyway. It is now the next day. This means that I've taken about 3 days to record one video. How, I ask you? How? How does this happen? Like, you know my How To Doors video? That took me exactly 2 hours to both film and edit. And yet this one's taken me about 3 days, probably will take me 4 days. I don't... why and how? One thing, however, that Mumbo didn't do in one of his videos was he didn't make a piston house using the new 1.17 features. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try make a piston house using some of these new features, and I think I know what the block palette I'm going to use is, and it's going to involve a lot of this stuff. So I'm pretty much just going to build a house out of this and fill it with redstone contraptions. Now this will be quite interesting to do because, as you know, if you've been watching my YouTube channel, I haven't yet built a piston house. And so, yeah, I probably should eventually build one. Yeah, I really need to build one. So, since I need to build a piston house anyway, why not build one in the snapshot video, in my 1.17 update video? I just realized that this doesn't work the same as Optifine, does it? I can't zoom in on my own face, but I can do that. My monocle has extended. Okay then, let's get to the piston house. Okay, so this is my piston house. I think I did a pretty good job at making this, considering that I'm not a specialized builder. Come on, that looks kind of nice, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that looks. I think it looks quite nice, like especially considering that I'm not a builder. Oh, and by the way, I was extremely proud of this. This little chimney over here, I actually used to hide away some of the redstone, and also look at this. Look at that texture. Look at that texture. I'm a real architect now. Just kidding. I'm really not, but I'm a bit better than I was. So without further ado, let's go and check out this piston house. So first of all, we have a nice skulk center entry where you jump and then the door opens up, as you can see there. Here is the dining room and the kitchen. The door closes up behind you there. It's a nice hipster door. We have the kitchen with the deluxe lighting system. This was in the Redstone handbook and it was invented by CNB Minecraft. Very, very nice. Over here we have a bed and a chest, which is, you know, the usual, and we have a sort of side gate as well. But another thing we have, you might have noticed this lever, and this lever leads down to a basement. And as you can see, when we go into this basement, it's quite nice, yeah. So we have a TV over here, sort of TV, a very, very loud TV powered by pistons, and yeah, it's an interesting TV. And if we want to sit and watch, what we can do is we can just pull this lever, and a chair pops out of the wall that we can sit on. And then, if you do want to get rid of this chair, you just pull the lever again, retracts back into the wall, and we have a bit of storage here. Nothing's in it really. Oh, right, of course they can't be opened, but nothing's in this storage right now. So yeah, and then if you want to go back, if you want to go upstairs again, you can just go up this staircase, flick the lever, the hidden staircase is now hidden again. Apart from that lever, I did have to do some terraforming, which was not amazingly fun, but I still did it, and I'm quite happy with that. So this is my first ever piston house, and I'm quite happy. However, this does just wrap up for today our video. This does, however, wrap up our snapshot video today. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did like this video, please hit that like button and make sure to subscribe. Oh, I can't talk properly because that would really, 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 really make my day. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.